Yes.
Welcome back to D&D VR. This is
No.
number 62 of our bullshit. If we're a bunch of casual
Welcome
players
back, but
having
we're
a
not
casual
called the
game.
Turtle Fuckers.
Can I be a sentient bucket so we can be the bucket brigade?
You could be the
No.
Buccaneers. If you've come for a serious game, you have not found it. I can't say this more. If you want a serious game, go see Kobolds of Kaitara on Friday.
Or Critical,
Critical
Role,
Role.
or pretty much any other one other than this one.
Or
think there's-
Critical Role.
An ongoing campaign, Necro Hunt or something by some people. I don't know.
Icewind Dale. Anything by Brennan Lee Mulligan.
Yeah.
Just anyone
Now
else.
that we've dragged our names
Anyone
through
else.
the mud.
I'm on VR chat.
Oh, cool.
We may drag our names through the mud, but at least we're honest about it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we drag our own names through the mud, and we do it with pride.
Yeah.
Here is my dunce cap. Look at it and bow.
Yes.
Wherefore I
behold.
sit on a throne of lies and scandal, as my crown saith my stupidity true. I'm very dumb. I'm just charismatic.
Yep.
Pretty
Last time on
In D&D VR.
Last time on Dragon Ball. Ah!
Thank you.
Pretty much. That sums it
Thank
up.
you so much.
Yes. Excellent summary, if I do say so myself.
The furry almost. Oh, hold on. Sorry, Big Bird syndrome. The furry almost killed the party.
Hi.
Vessel was no help.
Vessel was no help. He went with Scout. Scout ain't gonna be here for a minute, or at all. I don't know. That sounded like the SpongeBob thing.
That was
Hi,
me
I have
sliding
ADHD.
my heater closer.
Nice. Hi, I have ADHD. Any. Back to the note. Last time they learned about the inflow of infected. They learned.
Yes, we went to school.
They went to. He went to school with Melna.
Apparently.
I still remember, bitch.
Uh, we
Okay.
nearly got pump stomped by.
Last time they almost got curb stomped by a Draco Tiger Deep Dragon level 16 caster. Well, another part of the group went to see a hag in the forest.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Totally
I wanted to kill the
botched it.
hag.
Yes, you did.
I still want to kill the hag.
Yes, you do. As
Just
we all
need to
get
give her
back
pies.
with the over 50 infected people and the origin source that we have found.
I still don't know.
And with the revelation
We
that
still
all
don't
we need
know
to do.
of. We return to the bag of one Nutter D Squirrel. Nutters.
oh, we left off with them all returning and telling us that literally we could solve this entire problem if they just accepted, just letting the village just give the hag like pies every month. Like that was literally all we needed to do to solve the problem, and these people didn't want to do it for some reason.
Well, they didn't like the hag, so to be honest, it's fair. It's fair.
The
Anyway,
hag
When I
wanted
could
to
just literally
molest
check over
us.
to the hag's house and accept the offer myself. I don't care what happens.
Feel free to go to the hag and get molested. I
oh, are
won't
you
stop
sure you don't care what happens, DK?
Choice of words.
Bad choice of words when I'm the
Bad
DM.
choice of words.
That's a running gag with the.
Patrick Stevens
There's
for
a
girl.
huge running
Yeah.
gag with the group. It's like, oh, Hijack's gonna do something horrible and malicious. I don't.
We make it happen.
We make it. They make it happen.
We make it happen.
I'm now going to draw a mouth gag with legs running down the street, just for you had that.
Fuck yeah,
What?
Uh,
I don't wanna
Joe.
know.
You making an avatar?
No.
Oh,
A
just-
running gag.
Running gag. Thank you. Anywho, as we are back to Nutter's bag, the blood moon is no longer up. There is a cage filled with a bunch of were-tigers.
Well, just clarifying, we did actually get told by the guys who went to go see the hag that the hag had the offer of just trading Pi for the cure, right?
Debatably.
I remember that was how we ended.
Debatably, they did say along the lines that the hag said they could cure people and she's willing for trade of substance like Pi. And other things.
Okay. Some people need to stay here, keep an eye on the were-tigers, make sure they don't do anything, and a group of us who might be a little more skilled in diplomacy should go back to the hag and accept that offer, since that seems like our only good choice at the moment. Unless any of you all have any good ideas.
The one good with diplomacy, so Nutters?
Right.
Nutters and me.
Well,
and
I do
Draco.
have a charisma of 24.
And Draco.
Yeah.
And a
I'm
big
keeping
You
an eye
know,
on Draco.
to shreds.
What?
I have a high charisma and a fancy hat. Let me at him.
The hat gives +5 charisma.
I have 20 in charisma. So,
Put the hat on and suddenly they have to do everything you say.
well, we better hurry. I don't like the
You guys do
fact...
you guys are doing your thing. Draco's going to the fucking bedroom to sleep because
Dude,
Red
it's
hurt, head
fucking
hurt.
tired.
Vessel's
Ears
gonna
hurt.
lock the door behind you.
Yeah, as long as they're in the bag, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure they're not gonna hurt anything. They
Just
literally can't hurt
furniture.
anything inside the bag.
So, let's see. It sounds like me and Nutters are going to go to the hag to accept the offer of Pi in exchange for the cure.
And I won't let the cat out of the bag.
I do want to ask, do you want to rest up first?
What
Yeah.
do you think?
No?
Yes, because I've got an idea. Hag wants pie. Well,
Don't-
Nutters is gonna make her a gift box of infinite pie.
Hi, Scout.
Oh my god.
Well, I think she more wants it so she can be more
Hello.
social with the people bringing the pie to
Yeah,
her.
she mainly wants it to be more a social thing. But as we're going to drift to sleep to get to the next stage, so everyone is healed up for the next area, feel free to all take a long rest. TK.
Oh gosh, no. Not now. I don't need this kind of problems right now.
I need to quickly do something.
I don't like this.
TK, take 1d8 psychic damage from your
No,
horrible
that's-
day today.
No, that's just reserved for you, Scout. Don't worry.
Yay. I like having nightmares.
And please not have any more tragic revelations.
I don't know.
Who told you to eat the cake?
I would like for TK to be the one with me. Everyone else can stay if they so choose, but I need you quiet.
Muting.
Okay. Oh wait, I have an easier way to mute myself.
TK.
Oh, do
You-
we? Is it really that time?
Oh, it's
Well,
that time.
I'll be back in a second. I'm gonna mute myself too.
Sure. TK, you lay down into bed. Battered, cold, and burnt. As the darkness of your dream consumes you. From the nice sounds of the bag of nutters, calmly outside, bugs, little critters, little yipping of dragon chasing butterflies, you sink. You find yourself floating on water, thin as ice, but hard as metal. You lay there
Here
looking
we go
up
again.
at a white moon As around you floats by softly phoenix feathers drifting calmly in the water. Hold on.
Here we go again. I don't like this.
1 second. You're playing the wrong one. Stop it. 1 second.
I'm not just picturing just like Hijack just fiddling around with like a cassette player.
Honestly.
Son, stop it.
I hit the wrong one because I thought the color was right, but it was the wrong color. There we go.
Smooth move.
You find yourself sitting up onto hardwood as you're back into the boat, labeled the Pale Horse.
Here we go again.
Well, a promise is a promise. I said I would reconvene with you tonight, and it does seem it is time. You watch as
Good grief.
his long arm gestures to the water as it dips in and sloshes about. Where were we? Right. As he cups some water in his hands and he shows it to you.
I'm completely clueless on what to do.
You look into the rippling water as you find yourself back in that forest. Snow on the ground. Rain in the air. Soot in the air. Softly drifting down. As you look at your aunt, speaking to you, but you don't hear words. As the phoenix is given to you, and she gives you a tug on the ear and runs off. She was warning you about something. Telling you to do something. She gave you a gift, she says. As long as you keep one of these 2 gifts, she'll be able to find you one day. As behind you walks a wolf. Splotchy fur, missing parts in the pattern. Rabid. As out of fear you slowly start to back away from it, you run deeper and deeper into the woods.
No.
You find yourself running for days. Your legs, or at least it feels like it. Your legs are tired. Your heart is in your throat. And you just can't catch that breath. And every time you stop, there's that phoenix biting your ear, making you keep going. At one point, you don't even feel your legs. You're just moving. You're like a robot. Until you see a house in the distance. Wooden, with a thatch roof top. A single stone chimney coming out the side at an angular position, maybe 45 degrees. Out billows from it a white smoke that frosts the tip of the trees as it goes up. And you find yourself collapsing.
Oh dear.
You come to inside a crib-like bed. It's hard and feels like cardboard, wood, whatever you want. It's a mattress made with some sort of animal pelt, stuffed with what you think might be really dense cotton. As you hear from another room over, "What are you going to do with the child?" "Well, It seems powerful. Perhaps I'll keep it and train it. I don't quite know about that one. Though it seems special, it's a bit spicy, no? Oh, you. Come now. You know what I can do. A third voice comes in. Silent now, sisters. The child, it listens. As you see three figures. A spider-like woman. A spider-like woman with a green skin. These 4 legs, but they don't have a body like a Drider. Just, it's 2 legs and another 2 legs breaks off from their back with their long limbs. As there is a second one, a white pale skin woman. Long black hair that slicks together like thick seaweed. And there's one more, a teal-skinned woman who stands tall and with this long pointed chin, almost like a crescent moon. Their nose buckling upwards and the tip seems sawed off. As she looks into you and says, "Ah, come now, child. We've been waiting for you to wake." What do you do?
Wasn't this a memory? So I don't think I can actively make choices here.
Well, let's correct ourselves. What did you do?
Probably be just very panicky and not really wanting to go with any of these 3 people I just woke up and found myself with.
You look around and you see the room you're in.
Don't trust anyone here.
The room you're in is void of light besides a single crystal that spreads light upwards onto the ceiling, and you can see a star and a nebula. It's beautiful. There's only one way out of this room. It's through that door.
Probably would immediately try to book it.
As soon as you try to book it out, the long spindly one grows out and grabs your wrist and says, "Come now, it's not the fun games we're playing today. We just found you. You must be starving." "I'm famished." You watch as the green hag licks her teeth.
I think from like fairy tales and everything, I could put 2 and 2 together on what she probably means by that, and I immediately start trying to force my way out of their clutches.
You start to pull and drag, and then you watch as your eyes go to a third-person view. As you see your body standing there, as the teal-skinned hag is gesturing out and doing some sort of hand motion, muttering under their breath. As they mutter a single command word, "Come." You're pulled back into your body and you find yourself forcefully walking towards her. "Come now, child. Sit."
Oh dear.
A single chair pulls out. She gestures for you to sit. As
I'd
on
be
the table,
actively trying to resist this.
Okay.
The best I can, at least.
You start to resist until you find yourself how hungry you are, and you see that the table is suited with a meal. So you go and you eat. A few days skip by. You've been kept in this hag's house for maybe 3 days now, and they've been very hospitable with you. As the green hag sits over the table, you've learned that out of all the hags, this, though the creepiest of the 3, is probably the one to get you out of most shit you've gotten into in this house. Where one has threatened to maybe chop off a hand or eat your fingers, she's been the one saying, "No, now, it's just a child. That's not a fun game to play with someone so small." The teal one, you get a sense, is the baker of the house, but you don't ask what she puts in her pastries. As
Best not to think of that.
you find yourself sitting around the table with the three, as the teal one slides a thorn crown to you. We've brought you a gift. Put it on. We want to see if it'll fit.
I am still good bit on my guard about at least the other two.
Yep.
Considering all the threats and everything.
The green hag does a go ahead, Chester, as you pick it up and put it on. They look at you with excitement and endearment. Nothing. What is this? All this time I've been harboring this thing and I can't even have it. Ah! You watch as the teal hag flips the table as the green one says, "Come now, sister, you don't want to frighten them. Silent. Silent, spider. It's that witch's doing." You watch as the teal hag steps towards you. That damn woman.
She gets closer, I'm just backing up.
Yeah, the teal witch gets closer and closer. Oh. You're that woman's, aren't you? That unnatural spark in you, it's hers. It's hers. And of course she got to you first. Oh, if that witch can have you, I won't let her. I'll take what she's done and I'll twist it. She can't have you if I can't have you, and she certainly won't. As the teal hag grabs you and pins you down, and you feel something twisting and breaking in you. As her face gets close to you, as you watch as a white aura starts coming from your mouth and you start visibly growing a wrinkle. As the green hag grabs her and shoves her off. What are you thinking? You greedy woman. Greedy, greedy, greedy! We take from those who deserve to be taken from. Not someone that you want for a plaything.
Immediately after she shoves her off of me, I'm immediately getting up and trying to make a run for it.
You
Because
bolt for
that's
the,
where I'm
you
trying to
bolt for
draw the
door.
line.
You bolt for the door, open it, and run out as the phoenix, the teal one runs after you, but the phoenix gets in its way, disappearing, reappearing right by you. As you hear, "Well, if I can't have the energy from that child, I'll take it from you, spider." And then you hear the green hag scream. You wake up in a cold sweat.
Oh no.
You see the phoenix standing on their perch. Tilts its head. As a single one of their feathers softly drifts downwards, and you see it laying, a red feather, now two, on your bed.
That is not good. Oh dear.
As you don't sleep for the rest of this night, TK.
Right.
As sun
Okay.
dawns, Ravel comes around knocking on doors.
Why is sun dawning?
Don't ask questions.
Don't ask questions.
As soon as I hear the knock, I go and answer the door.
Hello, Bowser here.
Have you heard about an NFT?
Oh,
okay.
no.
I have a whole
Is-
bunch of people.
Has
telling me
Nutter
I
just
need to
gotten into
make those.
NFTs?
No.
No.
Welcome
yeah,
to
right.
Bowser's glorious virtual photos.
NFT, you know.
NFT, you know. I call them nano fun tributes.
Non-refundable tokens.
Non-fungible token.
Non-fungible
Yeah, not
token.
fungible. Yeah,
I prefer
whatever.
the non-functional
NFT, non-fundable toasters.
Non-fundable toasters.
Non-fudgeable toasters. They're not
Yes.
fudge-proof.
Oh, damn. As we're
NFT.
all awake and we're all
Not
together.
fucking trash.
Man, this non-fungible toaster is really great.
Entering into the dining room of Nutter's estate. Already there, Nutters, Ravel escorts you all in. Last, he escorts in Draco.
I have been walking Draco all night, so
So you
I
come in with
escort
Literally.
Draco. You come in with Draco. Well,
I have been watching Draco all night, sitting on his bed, staring at him.
menacingly.
Nutters, you said you had an idea.
No,
You
to
mean-
eat the sandwich.
You mean about making a magical pie for the hag?
What type of pie?
One that never
Strawberry
goes away.
3.14, obviously.
Obviously.
Pie flavor.
Pie flavor.
My favorite.
Well, if no one wants to address the dragon in the room, I guess I will. As Ravel takes off his coat, revealing his very scarred body. Oh, no, not at all scarred. His perfectly pristine body, tough. As he turns and he shows the back of his coat that he has sewn up with underpatches that have claw marks on the back of them.
Yeah,
Those
that's
dang house
promising
cats.
good to address. Okay, that was way more than a house cat. I can be certain about that.
Yes, it was. I think we may need a bit of a...
Looks like Cruella's work to me.
I'm more referring to the were-tiger that shredded my back muscles yesterday and infected me. If it wasn't for my friend Nutters here, I feel I would have slain this group.
Yeah. And it'd give
Y'all
Draco
are-
a cold look. Give
Y'all
Draco a
didn't-
cold look.
Draco will be like, yeah, you all look like something fucked you up pretty bad.
Yes. Can you guess who?
I blacked out, so I didn't know.
I just subtly point to you.
No pointing fingers at the table. That's rude.
You point daggers
Yeah.
and
I don't have
forks.
daggers.
Have a fork.
A sport.
You watch as Ravel lays out a small map on the table that he drew out based on the surrounded areas and what was informed by Axel. As he points to the hut that you, Axel Smith, and Eldra went to. I believe this is that witch's hut they spoke of. They said that the witch was willing to possibly
Martyr?
cure the lichen of this town.
She could have been lying, though.
But do
It's
you
still
really
a
have
lead.
any better
I
options?
would, however, have to agree with Vessel here. I do not trust hags.
But
Wow.
at this point, what other options do we even have at this point?
Well,
I
we
pull out my
can't-
weapons again.
We probably
We
don't
already
want
promised
to
we won't kill the were-tigers populace if we can help it. We need to see if there's any other options, and this is currently our only non-violent solution.
Other
to
than
this
Nutta's
problem.
staff, correct. but
Non-violent.
I'm afraid
is a strong word.
that Nutta's staff is not a easy fix. It
Agreed.
is slow, and I fear that by the time we get all of them fixed, a new problem will start. He looks at Draco.
Yep, can only do 3 a day.
Why, we'll burn down the town?
I'd say
I think
any party members who got potentially infected during the fight should get the charges from another staff. Then we go, so that way no one can potentially turn while we're out and about and potentially accidentally sabotage the party. Then, those of us who best in negotiating go to the hag.
Who all were bitten, scratched, or attacked by this creature?
I'm
Me.
excellent at aggressive negotiations.
Me, TK, and Jerome.
That's 3 for 3 charges.
Very well.
Wait. We could save one of those charges and just till he kill TK. That'll cure him. He'll just come back.
No!
But you'll come right back.
I
I'm not.
really
Kill the
don't want to
human.
die.
I'm not sure if his revivification process removes curses. Maybe elements, but curse.
That,
It burns
and-
away everything. It's a
Well-
phoenix fire.
let me just say that
Leaves his soul.
dying has other bad effects that I do not want to go into since it's a very long thing to explain. I'm still figuring them out, but sure, I can come back from the dead, but I really don't want to.
Your
Okay.
earlobe gets bit by a phoenix.
Ow.
Seems your friend agrees with me.
Kill the human.
If a phoenix could hiss, it hisses at you, Nutters.
I'm gonna turn to Thrill and say,
As
"You
it
know, I
opens
could
its
make it
wings
quick
wide and
painless."
it's almost as the phoenix opens its wings wide, it basically holds TK's head under its wing. Like, don't touch my baby. You get a
Well-
sense that this phoenix will try to murder you if you dare touch TK.
Oh, I'm touched. The Phoenix bites your ear. Ow.
Yeah.
You show me on this doll with a squirrel touch.
Can we just- So are we all in agreement that first we'll cure any potential lycanthropy out of the party using the staff, then me and others will head to the hag's hut and try and barter to get the cure for the lycanthropy for the entire village, so this problem can just be out of the way and we can move on with our quest. Does that sound good with everyone?
I will
Sounds like a plan.
I will prepare an escort crew, getting all of them ready. Whenever,
Excellent.
if the hag agrees to a term, then
He hands you a sending stone.
you can use this
Alright.
to message me,
Excellent.
or Nutters, or anyone with an equivalent Nutters brand sending stone.
We all
Alright.
have those.
I put that in my jacket pocket where I can easily reach it.
Only 1999.
Usually they're 200 gold, but yes.
But yes.
I think this is a more important situation than profit right now.
Well, they're
Not more important than
transdimensional.
profit.
What? Nothing trumps
Yeah.
profit.
Nothing does trump a profit. I will be preparing the caged lichens. Nutters, if you would be so gracious to mayhaps. I suppose I'm actually perfectly fine. Nutters did remove lycanthropy from me. So the only other ailed ones are you and Jerome. I feel
Right.
Nutters you should save the third charge unless the hag does something fishy.
Oh
Probably
yeah,
not.
I cured Ravel the last time. After he turned, I cured him. That
Yeah,
was
he's
the
he's
last
bringing that
charge
up now because that's foggy to him
Right.
because he wasn't him.
I just want to save one charge for emergencies if possible.
Right. So it seems like there are 2 party members who got attacked who weren't cured mid-fight.
2 people who
Right.
currently are infected with, are assumingly infected
Potentially
with lycanthropy.
infected,
You
and we aren't
and
going to
Wes.
take the chance.
Or you and Jerome.
Well, I can stay here and because I know I'm completely immune to this curse. I assume.
Yeah. I
That
don't
means
think
I
you
can
can get
prevent it from
infected.
spreading.
Well, I'm gonna use 2 charges from my staff to cure the people in the party that need it, and
You
take
hit
10 minutes to re-prepare another force cage spell to ensure that we've got more time.
yeah, with your sun up, they're slowly turning from lichens back to normal human.
Right.
you-
Still need to keep them trapped.
As you hit Jerome with remove curse, You watch as blasts out the lycanthropy. As you hit TK with the remove curse, you feel a curse holding tight. It doesn't remove.
Wait, what?
Man.
What?
He doesn't feel the curse remove.
I don't like this at all.
Kill the yellow human.
We don't. I fully don't understand what I do not fully understand what happens when I die. All I know is I have a limited amount of lives right now. So dying is the last thing I want. Sure, I think I have a lot of them, but I'd rather only die in the case where I actually have no choice. Okay?
So you're a cat in disguise of a human.
You're
No.
a house cat.
How do we know you're not the
It's a
the thing,
What?
the were-tiger, all along?
You watch as Ravel takes your pointing finger and slowly pushes it towards Draco.
Oh, I already knew he was.
you knew that he was a lycanthrope and you didn't tell anyone?
I didn't see the need. It didn't seem important. He seemed to have it under control.
Oh, wait, what are you guys talking about?
Oh, so I'm just talking about your hungry spells at night.
Oh,
Okay,
it's way
now,
more than
what is-
hungry spells.
Oh, okay, what are you talking about now?
You see, there was this one
Didn't you
time
know
I remember
you turn
getting
into a
up-
freaking were-tiger at night. Turns out.
He just got hungry.
Draco's
Wait, oh,
going to
I used to get
insight.
hungry just like that.
Roll persuasion, TK.
You turn into a monster at night.
I hate everything.
He's not lying. He's not lying. He's way too upset and being way too blunt right now.
Son, do the scream. Do it. Do it.
You're not
Do it.
bullshitting me, are you?
Do it.
You think I would BS you about this? Considering you literally made me die twice.
You point you.
I mean, I don't know you personally, so yes.
TK just kind of your neck is still sore from when he bit out your throat, and there's
Yeah.
still a visible there's scarring. Like it's gonna go away due to how Phoenix Feather works, but it's gonna be there for at least the day.
Yeah, explain this.
Kinky?
Son, do the scream. I can't do it like you can. There we go.
Ah,
The realization of you being a tiger.
okay. So I'm a were-tiger.
Yes.
You do seem to be the progenitor of the infection in this town.
Which
What?
makes no sense, by the way.
You're
Because-
the mom.
You're the one who started it all.
This makes no sense, though, because how did he start it if we weren't even
I
here when it
don't
happened?
know. We don't have all the facts, but you seem like the most likely culprit at the moment.
Well, there is a chance that someone aside from him was spreading his curse.
True, but then who that?
It's possible someone who was the same group that tried framing you all earlier.
Either way,
Somehow secured a sample and was spreading his lycanthropy to try to ruin our reputations even further.
You do
Well-
remember your dream, Draco. I will say that much.
currently,
You know, that kind of makes sense with the dream I have. It's starting to become clear now, and I just look at my paws. Oh, fuck.
My cold.
Yeah, they
dead-
are bloody. You
Wow,
are
you're welcome.
bloody. You have TK in your teeth and Ravel in your claws.
Ah.
hmm.
He
Well,
oddly
I-
he oddly has an aftertaste of hot Cheetos.
Lucky.
Anyway,
Now I'm starting to recall stuff. Oh my god, my head hurts now.
well, while you mentally recover
You
from
taste like
that,
Cheetos. Whatever those are.
They're this amazing product inside of
You
Orange
taste
Power.
like this thing. It's like a chip,
It tastes
like a
Hot, it
triangle.
tastes like hot cheese.
A cheesy
Anyway.
potato.
You know, you taste like
Sorry.
this weird chip thing.
There
It's
is
like a
no
triangle,
time for
a
us to
red
be
bag.
just sitting here waffling on about how this all started. We need to get Cure going fast.
If you're going to head to this ag about a cure, maybe you should take the progenitor with you.
I think that would be a wise idea.
Well, I'm not letting them out of my sight since apparently
Knuckles,
they
I do have
ran
to ask,
wild.
Did you wouldn't have happened to remove the curse yourself, would you? I know you're very powerful. I'll take that as a no.
Knock knock.
He's got to get up and he's taking care of someone.
God dang it. That is what his god dang sandwich.
Hey, if my spell didn't remove it, then nobody's spell will remove it.
Unless.
You said the same thing about the anti-magic field.
Either
No, I
way,
did not. No, I did not. I said that was an idea, but
we should get going before sunset. Because last thing I want is for this
You watch
to
as
potentially go
you
horribly
watch
wrong.
as Ravel looks at the rising sun as it's morning.
You do know that the Feywild is perpetual dawn, right?
Well, I thought, well, yeah.
And
I still
Wait,
don't
if
want to take a chance.
If it's Perpetual Dawn, then how did that happen?
Yeah, it seems like day and night just seem to happen at complete random. So,
I'm more guessing like it's a body clock, like where maybe wherever you're from, it was a full moon there.
Now that begs the question:
either way,
is
I'd
my
rather.
buddy using Zophius or the Sword Coast as?
I don't think
a
we.
reference?
This is not the time to be waffling on these kinds of things.
Hi,
We need to get going.
Well,
So
I just found
who's
out
coming
I was
along?
a tiger, so what better things we can do other than go get this thing cured?
Yeah, let's get this thing cured.
Hi, Jack.
Hi, Scout.
The Fey realm works like this thinking scene from SpongeBob with the egg. It's just light death, light death. Just flicker on and off.
Sure. Sure.
You know. Now that I think about it, Tarak looking at me like I've done something wrong makes sense now. It made more sense now.
It's just Melna with a little switch that just flips it to night.
And Tarak pulling me
Yes.
aside, asking me all those questions make more sense now as well.
Oh. Let's
Yeah,
make 'em
everything now makes
make
more
tracks.
sense.
He gets hungry.
Midnight snack.
Midnight snack.
No.
Mm.
For the love of all that's
Totally
good,
normal.
don't.
But before you go, I want to clean up this blood.
We have a cleaning press. If you would like me to clean your outfit.
Nutter snaps his finger and casts mending.
That's not how mending works.
It sure the fuck is.
Prestidigitation for that one.
Mending takes the place of the clean cantrip.
Prestidigitation takes place at the clean cantrip.
Yeah. You can prestidigitate the clean blood off of anything.
You can clean
Every time
dirt
you say
or
that.
any debris off of anything.
Mending is the fix thing cantrip. Prestidigitation is the A to Z
Clean.
cantrip. It can clean soil, make a small object that's non-magical, make a fart in the wind.
Right.
So yeah, you
Yeah,
just
So it's to
wave-
catch all then.
yeah you
right
just
as Ravel said that, I'm like, okay, takes off right in front of everybody and hands it to him.
you takes it. You're Tabaxi. There's nothing to see.
Um,
Exactly.
Eldra
Well, there's
is
family pearls, but
Eldra, cover your eyes.
Eldra's not even in the room.
Oh, my God.
As he's going to go off to clean it, Nutters just prestidigitates it. He's like, right, magic, and he hands it back to you.
Eldra, cover your eyes. Why?
I mean, I could have done it myself, but
I
I still prefer a nice clean bath. I still prefer a nice bath. So, be right back. I go take a bath.
all right.
Make sure you put it back where you took it from.
No promises.
You watch as Ravel noticeably cracks laughing. From this very uptight, just strict war person type view from him, as he's just.
Hi,
I've
Jack. I
heard a
sent
lot
you
of
something.
bad ones. That one was good. As we clean up and ready ourselves for our venture.
Hi, Jack. I sent you something.
I know. Nah.
Ah,
Nah.
man, the funny idea.
Nah.
I'm provide content here.
What, you
Trying to
want me to
provide
say
con-
Eldra, you want me to say Eldra gives Draco a slap on the ass as he leaves?
No.
We both
Completely
know
wrong idea.
Eldra's we both know Eldra's the dom in your relationship.
Yep.
Yes.
Anywho.
Jesus.
What can I say? She prefers them rabbit thighs.
Thick and juicy.
Is that why she lives in the rabbit village?
Hell yeah, it's her kink,
Um,
obviously.
Let's get going.
As some very bloody silver-skinned tabaxi cleans up. Honestly, it looks like someone who was on their period in that tub now. It is not pretty.
Too.
You know, it's technically not wrong to say that it was your time of the month.
Did it look like a slip and slide from hell?
Ah,
It does look like-
yes, but it wasn't his blood. It was TK's.
Oh yeah.
But you at least know what I'm referencing, right?
Oh yeah. I don't want to know, but I do. Anywho, as we rinse up and prepare, Draco looks very fluffy. Just Draco walks out of the shower, sagging hair shakes off and just.
Floof.
Right. I will say best be off. You watch as Ravel brings forward an iron defender with this spiky collar and a large chain leash. Its name is Pebble.
The one I made.
Yeah, the one you made. Ravel named
Oh.
it Pebble.
Okay, I was gonna freak out. I thought it was trouble.
Oh, this would be fun. That was the original name that Wick was going to have.
As Ravel puts Nutters on Pebble and puts the little chain reins in his hand.
Hi Jack. I want to do
Look
something while this is going on.
Ravel Ravel takes out a little box takes out this box with this forward-facing thing and a glass sphere over the top of it, and there's a little black curtain on its back, and he flips it up and puts his eye in it, and you hear a little tick as he takes a photo of Nutters on an Iron Defender. And it kind of looks like one of those Napoleon photos. Nutters is probably holding the reins, standing in a power pose.
Jesus.
I'm going to frame
Ugh.
this.
Hi Jack. I want to gather plants. I'm gonna be AFK, so this is my only thing I'm gonna be doing for a while until I
You
come
start
back.
gathering Feywild plants.
Yay!
We'll roll dice later. And
I'll
because
just
we
do
have
it now.
we have to look at the Hrothgar's herbalism page or something, whatever that was. We have to look at that in order to tell what you get. But yeah, roll dice, document them, then blah blah blah.
I'll
Okay.
just roll dice like every 5 to 10 minutes.
We'll say, yeah, every 5 minutes, roll a d20. Or mark down that you should roll a d20. Okay. Nutters, Draco, and TK. Jerome, do you want to go with?
Yeah,
I follow Draco.
Okay.
Anyone who was a part of the original attempt at negotiation, I am not allowed to go on this trip. Because I'm worried that'll instantly spark hostilities considering how they acted the first time.
I'm still going.
Dude, after how badly you botched it, I'm not letting you go on this mission.
You don't know he botched
Yeah.
anything. You don't know he botched anything. For all
Yeah.
you know, it went
I
amazing.
was assuming they had explained what happened.
No, they
Nope,
they just explained that she'd cure lycanthropy for pie.
Oh.
So yeah,
So you're
yeah, it's
in for
perfectly fine.
this.
So TK is holding I.
Yeah, perfectly fine. No problem. They're trustful
This
people.
is-
He's level-headed.
As the table,
Didn't I get
I
something so
know
that I
this
could
is a
summon
doomed
the
mission
hag?
with him on
Other way
board.
around, so you can turn a door to be an entrance to the hag's house. She's not coming to you.
Can I do that
Yeah.
as soon as we all go to
No!
go and visit the hag?
I mean, you're going with. You can.
I'm keeping the people with negotiation skills very front of the party, like, because we don't probably have another chance to negotiate.
I see
after
how it
this.
is.
Yeah, we won't have
Because I'm
another
a
chance to
skeleton,
screw this
you
up,
assume
so
I
we
can't
better do it right the
negotiate.
first time.
Yeah, we
That
gotta do
means-
this right now. We
Right.
don't get another do-over.
Right. Like I
So,
said, we
even
won't have
with our
another
best foot
chance
forward.
to screw this up, so we better screw it up now.
Exactly.
No, screw it up now.
As the group heads out towards Lestooge's hut. Do you actually want to use the scroll, or?
Yeah.
So do you want to use it so everyone can get in that way, or?
Yep. Everyone gets in that way. No one's expecting it. I just go open the door. It's like, after me, and I open the door.
What?
You watch as he pulls out a scroll, puts it onto the door, scrolls it open, the scroll sears into the door. Right into the hut of Lestooge.
Well,
As you look around, you see the house is dark.
And now you definitely assume it went well. It went so well. In fact, I came back with a shortcut.
hey, I'm gonna use presentation to add some light on in the palm of my hand. Go on in.
Nutter
See if I
pulls
can
out
find
Nutter
catch out a
pulls out
talk
his-
whomever's in here.
his light bulb acorn,
As you all walk
hand
in,
it to him.
you take that first step. The floorboards creak under you. As around the room, in a spiral, lights turn on.
I am very sorry, but Lestooge just does have to ask. Due to recent interactions, she would prefer one person at a time.
Okay, come on, Whistle. Come on, Giblet, let's go.
We all walk in
Should it
anyway.
be? No,
we can sit in a corner.
I immediately make a gesture for everyone to stop.
It will
And I
only
just-
But then
let one person in at a time.
but then we'll have to take the long way.
No.
Well,
And
it
let-
seems like we only get one person to talk.
This door is going to be to Lestooge's hut until after you're done making a deal with her, or the 2 weeks are up.
Okay.
Okay. So, Nutters, it's between you and I. Who should go in and make the deal?
Nutter
I am.
pulls up his big boy pants and points at himself.
All right.
Vessel is
Trust you
gonna
with this.
pop out one of his eyes and hand it to
No.
Nutters.
Right, Nutters.
Only
you can
one.
Add, you can add
None
Vessel's
of us
eye to your
can go
inventory.
in.
Don't actually, because you're probably gonna give it back.
Yeah.
Just
But yeah, for the time
Go in
being,
there and
you
don't
can
screw
have
this up.
Vessel's Eye.
Yep.
As Nutters you enter, a spectral second door that is the normal door of Lestuge's hut closes in front of the open door.
okay, so none of us can get in. Okay. Just sit by the door waiting for him to return.
Interesting person I have with me today.
The reason I gave him my eye is so
climb
I
off
can
my-
relate to the rest of
my-
the party what's happening.
I climb off my.
If you're
Iron
not the
Defender
person
belt.
in Lestuge's hut, mute yourself, please. So yeah.
Okay.
So I climb down off of my Iron Defender mount, and I flourish my hat and bow and say,
You don't see
"Greeting."
anyone. You don't see anyone, but you hear her.
Right, right. Well, I face the direction of where I hear the voice from.
You hear it
And I
forward
flourish.
and up.
Okay. Well, I face forward.
Yep.
I bow. I flourish my hat, and I say, "Greetings, fair maiden. We have come to parley about a cure for the wear issues that we are having."
I was wondering when someone would come. Sit, I've made food. It was just recently warmed up, so I hope it's not too hot for you.
You watch as a chair.
Say what?
You watch as a chair from the center table that has a small balloon or a hot air balloon in it that slowly raises upwards. That has a single candle in it. The roof of the balloon opens periodically to let hot air out. As you look up, you see a spindly figure of a hag up on the thatch or the thatch of the roof, clinging on, and you watch as their head turns a 360 towards you, and they actually have a paintbrush in their mouth and a monocle over their eye, and you actually see they're painting something on the roof that looks like a galaxy and stars. As they crawl up along the roof, upwards, back down behind you, their long spindly arm reaches down, gently braces your shoulder, and gestures to this chair.
Come, sit. I am famished myself. I'd love to have you for lunch.
She licks her teeth.
Walk over to the chair and sit down and what is that spell? The glorious feast or something like that. You know the one I'm talking about. Hold on.
I know. It is Warrior's Feast.
Yes.
Okay, you'll cast that. Tablecloth
But
appears.
she was hungry.
Food will all appear, and you watch as she walks over with oven mitts with this basket of steaming glowworm, and she says,
Oh, isn't that sweet? You brought a picnic. I'm glad I could contribute.
she puts it on the table, and she sits across from you.
Well, it's been a moment since I've had a friendly guest.
She licks her teeth.
I hear you have a penchant for pie.
I see the chain has gotten to you. Yes. I am interested in curing this lycanthropic problem for you, well, I hear. In trade, I want the villagers bi-weekly to bring me a pie. Any type will do. I just want the interaction. And maybe a single child. Just one. Of their own volition, that is.
So let me get this right. You want a child pie.
1 second. 1 second, guys.
I did interpret that correctly, right?
Yes, she want. Hold on, sorry. One more time.
She wants a child pie.
No.
You did say she wants a child of their own volition,
She
and
wants
a pie once every 2 weeks.
She wants a pie brought to her every week and a single child.
I ask her then, okay, then what is the child for?
Well, I need to continue my lineage, of course. Lestouge is getting old in age.
I'm gonna roll an Arcana.
Okay. What are you trying to discern?
Yes, probably know that hags are not created, they're born.
No, hags
I
are
ask
created.
her, I'm like, how do you, yeah, hags are born.
Not all hags.
I ask her, so you want to train a child in magic? What if the child doesn't want to be a hag? Would you still accept them?
Well, I would bring the child to a point. Make them a hag-blooded child, and then at that point it is up to them if they make note to remove or keep my gift.
You watch as she gestures to a thorn crown that sits next to a mountain, of which outside has a small lake on her shelf. And the mountain is honeycombed with little holes towards the base. Big holes and small holes.
Well, Nutters kind of feels for her because he's trying to do the same thing. So he tells her so. Well, I understand what you're wanting, since I also am looking to create a lineage of my own. So I understand exactly your position. But why the pie?
It gets quite lonely out here, and I would love once a week for someone from the village to come check in on all Lestouge.
Wouldn't it be... May I make a suggestion then?
Of course.
Instead of asking them to bring you gifts, people are more apt to respond to being the receiver of a gift. Maybe if you offered to help them with ailments and curatives, they would come to you more than once every week, asking for your help.
Watch as
And
she
also they would see you as a helpful person and would want to help you to have a child to train to continue for their village to have the aid that you're so graciously offering them.
They already come to Lestouge for aid. It's never fun, though. They only come when they need Lestouge's help. Oh, Lestouge, I'm infertile. My daughter will never be born. Oh, Lestouge, the crop runneth dry. Oh, Lestouge, my neighbor, they clinking and clanking. Fix it, fix it, fix it. Lestouge brings gifts, but Lestouge's gifts are only brought from places of sorrow.
I understand.
So Lestouge wants, for other reasons than she helps the village, they come for a single pie a week, for a nice meal. It will be incentive for them to come more.
Well, I can ensure that they will bring you a pie once a week. That I can promise.
That would be wonderful.
The other will have to be discussed with the people of the town to decide if they choose to allow that. That is not my choice to make. But what I do have is, and I hold up my bag,
Mm-hmm.
a whole bunch of were-beings trapped in my home. So if you would so graciously help to remove this curse from the people in my home, I will go back and use my silver tongue to explain to the people that it is in their best interests for the long run and health of their community to allow you a willing student. And at that point, you can keep the rest of the bargain and cure any other villagers that might have lycanthropy.
She puts a hand out towards you.
And is it a deal?
I will do my best to convince them, yes. It is a deal.
She will go to shake your hand.
I hold out my hand.
She shakes your hand. The door opens up. And you hear Lestouge from inside.
Bring me the lichens.
It was Draco, wasn't it? Yeah,
Draco
holler
was the
out.
progenitor.
Yeah, I holler out for Draco. Can I pull the horse cage out of my bag?
Technically, you're already in your bag. There was a door made inside your bag to connect to Lestouge.
Okay, okay.
So you can quite easily funnel them in.
Oh, okay. Oh, bring them all in.
Okay. You start that funneling process, and one by one, each one is cured of lycanthropy. Outside still sits the group, as out walk all the villagers, very thankful towards you.
I tell Ravel to cook us up a rhubarb pie.
Well, we will. Rebel heads inside. Virgin or not?
Is it a rhubarb pie?
Yes, virgin or not?
I ask the hag.
She shrugs.
Surprise us.
Don't put your dick in the pie.
Don't put your dick in the pie.
This is an
Hell, if
American
I'd
pie.
known it was gonna be
It's
this
not
kind of
American
party.
pie.
I will
Oh,
resist putting any bones in the pie.
Hell, if I'd known it would be this kind of party, I would have stuck my dick in the mashed potatoes.
Alright, after all the villagers are cured of their lycanthropy, the ones left outside who are still ailed are TK, Draco, and if anyone else would like to go into Lestouge to talk over any other type of contract.
Yeah,
Yeah, I let them know that the deal that I made and how I worded it.
right. So I'm gonna go in there to just be sure.
This time, for every person who wants to go in to meet Lestouge, let me ask.
Going in.
I know
Just to
TK does.
get the cure like the rest of the
Draco, you
villagers,
probably
just in
do.
case.
Jerome, did you want to
covering my
go in
bases.
to meet Lestouge?
Yes.
Okay. Then at this point, I'm going to do solo meetings. So for this time, everyone but TK, I would like you to move to...
Wouldn't
channel
it be
2.
easier? Wait. It would be easier for you to move and to move the single person over, and then that way y'all can just come back here. That way we're not sitting around wondering when.
Right.
Also,
I-
should
I
be allowed
was,
to stay in here because I'm not
Aaron,
playing
we
right
are.
now. So
I was wondering if I could just get Snutters to pass my eye to everybody as soon as they go in, so I can continue to relay what's going on to everyone outside.
I'll say sure at your own volition. I will
Won't be
see
malicious.
TK.
So that means we just mute ourselves instead of being absent.
Fine. I'll allow that.
Brief.
Yay!
Loopholes.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
TK, you enter the hut and you see standing behind a table, a large, a spindly woman with green skin, 2 long legs and a body just a little bit wider for the figure or how skinny their arms are. As they look at you,
Oh, dear.
Lestouche sees you're the next one.
Yeah, here to get the cure.
I want you to roll perception.
See if I recognize Lestouge.
Roll with advantage.
Oh god.
Okay, your rolls suck.
My dice are trying to kill me again.
You see 2 bumps on Lestouge's back. Like there used to be something there that could have been cut off.
Sit.
As the door.
I'll cautiously take a seat.
What brings you to Lestouge Tangleblood?
Okay. I was trying to help with the whole Were-Tiger incident, and I got bit, so to speak. So I was hoping if you could get me the cure.
Did you have
So
fun?
fun is not the word I'd use. Complete terror and panic, maybe. Really didn't like that. Died twice, and that is not fun ever.
Sounds savory.
You watch as she licks her teeth.
There's a bit of genuine worry just as crossing my face at this situation.
It is reminiscing.
Oh dear.
The face, though different, is similar.
Now,
Let's see.
lycanthropy. What an interesting thought. It's
Yeah.
quite silly, really.
You watch as she noticeably starts laughing.
What's so funny? Haven't you been curing all the other villages like there was agreed?
You think you have lycanthropy?
Yeah. Considering I literally got bit by him before I died,
You can't be
and then came back.
infected with lycanthropy.
I don't. Honestly, it's a lot of things I really don't know. And I'd really like to not have one more problem on my plate, you know?
You are not cursed with lycanthropy, Tangleblood.
How can you tell?
Because I know you wouldn't be able to be infected anyways.
Okay, that solves one problem, but raises 1,000 more questions. Or at least metaphorically. Ay.
Your
At least that's
type
one good
cannot
thing.
be infected with such types of curses.
What's your name?
I'm sorry, Lestouche is old.
No worries.
Well, if that's all you wanted from Lestouche, then may you be free.
It seems like you know a lot more about what might be going on with me than you're letting on. Do you know what's going on with me? Like every time I die, I wake up in a weird boat. Keep getting shown fragments of memories. And my phoenix feathers are going, bit by bit, every time I die now. When they never had before.
Well, you should be lucky that you've lived so long as is. It is a surprise that your magic hasn't killed you yet.
Honestly, sometimes I feel like I'm just the luckiest guy in the world, considering I haven't just blown myself up for the flannel time yet.
I'm glad to see that she hasn't been able to claim you.
She mutters under her
Wait.
voice.
Who?
Oh, you probably won't remember. Don't worry. You may not know me, Tangleblood, but Lestuge knows you.
Oh dear. I feel like everything from my past is just coming back to me now.
It's coming back to bite.
And you watch as she chomps at you. And she leans back, cackling.
Yeah, I've been noticing. Really wish I never discovered my past. It seems like it's only bringing more things to go horribly wrong for me.
You watch as Lestuge puts a hand out towards the phoenix and just gently wiggles a finger towards him. The phoenix bites her finger as she waves it.
Yeah, he
Still
bites.
Have the bird I see.
Very recent that it found me.
Oh, curious. You two were inseparable.
Well, these lots still hazy on what happened. Ever since I got roped into all
glad
this.
to see you are healthy, Tangleblood.
You keep calling me Tangleblood. What in the world is that about?
I'm referring to the Cyan Witch's curse, of course.
Wait, I'm cursed?
Yes. You are?
Is that why my magic goes haywire sometimes?
I would assume so, yes. She put a curse on you. I'm not sure if you remember the Cyan Witch.
I don't think I do.
But to say she put a hex on you would be accurate.
She licks her teeth.
It was made to muddy your magic. Something she couldn't have, but didn't want you to have either.
I'm guessing it's too strong to get rid of.
You would think that, would you?
Considering I've literally met a practical deity of magic, and even they didn't know what it was, or didn't say anything, or didn't help at all.
The Cyan Witch is dead, TK.
What?
Long since.
She gestures around the hut, and you actually start looking around, and you see a single door. And you see that room you were kept in so long ago. Out of the three witches, Lestuge is the one left.
Lestuge made perfect, simple note of that.
As the fire in the middle of the room bellows and all along the wall, and you see behind her the two witches' heads perched on boards before it dies.
Jeez.
You could have sworn the Cyan Witch's head's eyes moved to snap and look at you as the light was on.
Okay, I don't like that. at all.
If you are starting to remember, then that means her hex is slowly unraveling too.
So wait, the curse is the thing that has been fogging my memory?
Memory, magic, the two are tied in a sense.
Wait. So as I gain my memories back, my magic will fade.
I would actually quite entail the opposite.
And my magic will get stronger as my memories come back.
Yes.
But that still doesn't explain one thing. Like the feathers. And the apparent thing I got going with whatever that thing is on that boat that I've been encountering every time I've died recently.
I suppose that witch maybe made a deal for you. How is your auntie?
I don't know. I guess I'll figure out next time I fall if it comes to that.
You watch as her eyes start glowing violet, as her green skin becomes more and more lively, as her voice splits three. As the moon falls dry,
As the sun cries and weeps,
as the memory returns,
as faces creep,
speak the name.
the name of the one held deep and dear.
The gift giver.
Speak it, and the curse will disappear. Who was your auntie, TK?
I don't know. The name's still lost.
Well, find it, and so you will find your gift.
Her hand reaches out and it just traces down your cheek.
Be off now, Construct. I have others to speak with.
Okay. I just leave the cabin visibly shaken.
Yes.
Does she notice that he has my eye on him?
Oh, most definitely.
I think she was talking to me when she said construct.
You actually watch
Possibly.
TK as you start to leave as she puts a hand over the eye and drags it towards her a bit.
You don't have to pass him through and fro.
You watch as
Okay.
you watch as her eyes dart and look at you. Her head lays on the table as she's just looking into your eye.
The three pupils blink one at a time.
She licks her teeth. Who's in next?
I'm going to go lie down.
Most likely Draco.
Okay, Draco. You head in and you see this long, spindly woman, dark green skin. Her hair long and bundled, at some parts poofing upwards into a bit of an afro towards the left, where on the right it spades downwards like thick seaweed. Her head lays on the table, staring into Vessel's eye.
I'll walk over.
As soon as the floor creaks, you watch as her head turns on the table to look on you.
Hello. I go over to take the seat.
She smiles.
Name's Draco.
Lestuge, it is a pleasure.
She puts out her spindly hand towards you with these long, bony fingers.
It's a pleasure to meet you. as
Her
well.
hand is cold, like a dead, rotting corpse.
I'm just going to.
As it pulls away, there's a soft sting in your palm.
Okay.
What do you come to Lestuge for, Silverfur?
Well, I just found out recently, but
She licks her teeth.
I was cursed with lycanthropy. However, and am responsible for what happened in town.
So I suppose you are of the horde who I am to cure. Give me your hands, child.
I give her my hand.
You can keep talking as she softly takes it.
However, I recently started connecting the dots.
Well, we'll just fix this problem for you.
You watch as her eyes softly drift down to the back of your hand. She pulls you forward a bit and she turns your hand and she cups it in both of hers, and she starts turning you around. Her arm creeps over under your chin. She lifts it up, and you watch as she starts moving around you.
Interesting.
Everything okay?
I can't remove this.
You can't remove it.
It's not a curse on you, it's a blessing.
I was just about to say.
She sniffs you.
Ah, how sweet.
She lays her head on yours. As she lifts you up and she takes your arms and she gently dances you around the table.
Well, well, what a sweet outcome this is.
What do you want to say? Well, Lesouge dances you around the room.
Yeah, I was about to say, this started happening after someone saved my life from a bandit that poisoned me. And I didn't know if the poison is just dormant and will kill me after the curse is removed.
You're a lichen bride.
What?
A lichen bride.
You're someone's bitch.
Silent voice before I kick you out of this voice channel.
Just Lesouge, the Discord mod.
Lichen bride. That, new term to me.
Someone you have made family with. That someone is a pureblood. That someone so graciously through courtship, ritual one way or another, passed to you. Now you're a lichen bride. You're not a pureblood lycanthrope, but you're stuck like this.
Okay, so the only choice I have is to really control this, so something like this doesn't happen again.
Now tell me, who is it that you are courted to? I love a good sob story.
I ain't courted to nobody. It's just a friend of mine named Tarak saved my life.
Oh.
Someone saved my life. That's all that happened.
I can smell that it was activated one day. Starak, I guess he was your activation. How cute. How cute, how cute. You in your history have courted or had an affair with an were-tiger. With the infectious gene, haven't you? And they themselves are a protogener, an alpha, a leader. You don't know any lycanthrope, you perhaps? I don't know. Have had kin with. Married. Made a bond.
I did had someone that I loved.
There it is, there it is! Oh.
And I also have recently found out that we did have a child born.
Congratulations. You're a mummy. Or a daddy. Terminology is confusing to listeners.
Indeed, I'm a father. Found out just recently. I feel like an asshole. Well, more of an asshole than I already am, but still.
If you wish to be cured from this lycanthropy, you need to drink the rotten blood of thy who you courted. And their lineage too will disappear.
What do you mean by disappear?
Well, in order to cure this strain of lycanthropy, or in order for the,
She licks her teeth.
well, if the mother lycan dies, or the pack leader lycan dies, so too will the birthed kin. Or the courted kin, that too. Well, I'm not sure. The only way to save someone who... or fix someone in your situation would have to be to slay the lycan you courted, and then drink the blood. And within a few months of that exact moment, if the next of kin doesn't step to roll and also drink mummies of daddy's rotten blood, poof, dead, dropped like a pebble in the ocean.
But she is dead. I hold her body. I was there when it happened.
Are you sure? Lycans are a mysterious creature.
Sir, you're saying that there's a chance that
she's alive.
Drago starts to tear up.
A wide grin falls across her face.
I'm afraid this is not something Lestouge can help you with.
You may not have helped me with what I originally intended, but you did help me with some. And with that, you have my gratitude.
Lestouge will help you return to the Sword Coast, however, whenever what you do here is done. Pre-tell you survive, of course.
Thank you.
She sits in her chair as the room goes dark. The door opens.
I walk out, and everybody will see Drago crying a bit.
Jerome.
Congratulations, you're a mom.
I pat Son on the back.
Last in walks
That's
you.
Quite rough.
You see Vessel's eye on the counter. If you want to leave it there, that's up to you, or you want to throw it away.
I will leave it.
Okay.
You come to Lestouge next. Who is next? Who are you?
Yes, hello. I'm Jerome. I reach from behind me and pull out the indestructible fruitcake. I heard you like pies. I don't know how to make a pie, so instead I brought you some cake.
Lestouge accepts your gift. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You watch as a tear drips from her eye, and it turns into like a black ooze at the middle of her face before it drips onto the ground sludge. She puts it on a mantle.
How may Lestouge help you?
I was just coming to pay my respects and thank you for helping us.
Is that it?
Yes, I do believe so.
Very well. Lestouge can smell something on someone's mind from a mile away, and it's just written all over this.
And she does that kind of finger gestury thing.
It's nothing major. I just assume it's just taking more time than usual to find a new job.
Contract works, contractors, so judgy. Well, if you do not need Lestouge's help, Lestouge thanks you for this gift. Let Lestouge give you something in return.
You watch as a huge cage. You look around and you see as the room lights up a bit more warmly from this a little bit dimmer moment, or what was a bit more reddish and home and lovely becomes quite homely. You see all the walls around just covered in different mounted heads. There's a rabbit, a fox, a dog, a tabaxi. There is an aarakocra. There is a what is the raven or the crow?
Kenku.
Kenku. There's a Kenku. You see Loxodon. You see an actual elephant, a tiger, a displacer beast, and a human head.
Quite an interesting collection you have.
Lestouge collects.
You see small cages all around. You see one cage holds a pair of gloves. You see another cage holds a scroll. You see another cage with 2 rings, wedding bands. And then a cage with a small doll. And then one with a singular mask.
What would you like from Lestouge?
That mask over there, where did you get that?
Lestouge got this mask.
You see the mask is that of a centaur. One horn is golden, the other is silver. The eyes, of course, are missing, or the pupil of the eyes are missing for it's a mask, but one is white.
You
the
mean
other is
Minotaur?
black.
Centaur is half horse, half man.
I mean Minotaur.
Okay. Thank you.
I got my mystical beasts mixed up. Sorry.
Lestouge doesn't remember.
Can I do an Arcana check?
Sure.
That's +3, so 8.
A lot of things in this room are magical. So is that mask. You're not sure if it's one of his, though.
I think I'll take the mask, thank you.
Very well, it is yours.
I will go over and try to open up the cage.
It is wide open for you.
Then I will just take it out.
Okay. You have an unknown magical mask.
Have a good day.
You as well.
You make your way out of Lestouge's room as Lestouge picks up your eye vessel.
Is there something you wanted to talk to Lestouge about?
I guess I'd open the door and step in and say, I'll take that back, thank you.
She hands it to you.
Put it back in.
Wait,
I
wait.
was worried they were going to leave it.
No. He just swarmed them because now he has 25 vision. He just.
Hey, I still have 3 eyes.
Have you come to your decision with Lestouge?
Yeah, you have 75 vision.
Not yet. Was that scroll a one-time use?
Lestouge would have to say yes.
Oh, I suppose I'll have to take the long way next time.
Until we meet again, Magic Bones.
My name is Vessel.
Until we meet again, Vessel. I'm Lestouge.
Perhaps we got off on the wrong foot.
Which one,
After-
the left or the right one?
The
Watch
bottom
this.
one.
Lestouge is missing 2 of her feet, actually.
She scratches her chin.
Maybe one of those were the right feet to get started on. Too bad Lestouge doesn't have them anymore.
If Lestouge would like, I will visit again in a more friendly manner in the future.
Lestouge would love that.
I'll be on my way now.
Goodbye, Vessel.
Goodbye, Lestouge.
You make
Tip my helmet.
my lady.
And I leave. And lock the door behind me.
You're a skeleton, so you can't. But you would be sweating bullets if you had sweat
Yes.
glands. Even though you can't feel temperature, there's a chill up your spine. Ooh.
Yes. The bone rattle.
Does anyone else want to talk with Lestouge for anything?
I think I'm covered.
Okay. So out walks TK tired, Draco in tears, Jerome with a mask, and Vessel noticeably shaken.
I'm rattling.
Sound of a xylophone.
Yes.
Rattle them, boys.
Random boys.
What up?
Yes,
Because-
Cyber? Oh, not Cyber. Fuck. Damn it, Cyber.
What about me?
Nothing. Fuck you.
Okay.
Love
I
you.
didn't realize you felt that strongly about him.
I mean, like, I doubt it from the stuff that you've done to me.
Oh boy, that sounds kinky.
I wouldn't have it any other way. Yes, Scout.
I still hold grudges.
I don't.
Axel comes in with a bunch of random planes because look at the rolls I did.
Okay. You come in with a bunch of shit. That wasn't the right thing.
This was every 5 to 10 minutes, maybe even 15 because I forgot at one point.
Okay. You come in with a bunch of stuff. What do you want to do with it?
Investigate with nature to see what it can do, what the things do.
Hijack doesn't know right now because Hijack doesn't have the list open.
Well, let's just say this. Scout busts through the door with a whole bunch of plants that he ripped out,
Okay.
carrying a bunch of random stuff.
That's pretty much what you're doing.
What has everyone else been doing right now?
Draco's crying.
Draco's
Crack-
crying.
Everyone else
xylophones.
traumatized. Scout like, hey, what to do?
I bought groceries.
I brought groceries.
Yep.
I brought vegetables.
Grandma?
Eat your veggies, or you'll die. I'll kill you. No meat in this place. We're all vegan.
I think I need another weapon.
I give Vessel a carrot.
That's
Carrot
been
sword.
graced with a carrot.
Carrot goes into the eye. They lied to me.
These are good for your eyes. You lied to me.
You like it. Okay.
I'm not going through that door, by the way.
Push him
through the
door. Push him through the door.
You don't have a choice. You enter Lestouge's hut. By the way, son, I don't know if I already put it on you, but if you want, you can now add the Curse of the Lycan Bride feat.
Alright.
You are in with Lestouge. What do you want to do, Scout?
Panic.
Okay. You walk in on your own militia and you start yelling like a goat. Lestouge covers her ears.
What?
How I get here? Where am I?
You walked in!
Oh, I did it!
Scott wasn't paying attention. He didn't realize the door was magic.
Just carrying a whole bunch of plants.
What can Lestouge help you with? You're hurting Lestouge's ears.
I need to think now.
You enter Lestouge's hut and yell in Lestouge's ear, but don't know what you want with Lestouge? Okay.
Could. Hijack. I'm gonna message you.
You can say it out loud.
I could, but it'll be more. It will be more. You know.
Sussy.
Not that, but I guess something like that.
Sussy baka.
Get out.
Can she? I'm trying to keep it quiet for the video, you know. Be more
Technically.
respectful. Okay. I'm not sure how I'm gonna wear this so the video doesn't know.
Well, you can make the video now. By the way, you have gotten with the first roll, you got Cat Tongue. With the second one, you got Black Sap. And you got Dream Lily, a Death Cap, 2 Everfrost berries, and 1 Fairy Spool.
I'm not gonna remember any of that.
Great.
So when we make that list, I'll have to write it down.
That's why you write those things down, man.
Yes, but Hijack knows something that's very, very difficult for me to do.
It is, yeah.
Spelling.
Oh, spelling the horror.
Okay, well, since I can't really keep it a secret, because I'm gonna have to blab it out. Can she help me with Armor figuring out how to bring it back?
Maybe.
Okie dokie. And I stop screaming.
Okay. You stop screaming.
Stop
Are
screaming.
we done screaming now?
Scared, but yes.
Ah. Lestouche made food. Lestouche may think she has tinnitus. You scream very loudly.
You did too when we first met.
What? Oh, it's you. Come in, Rabbit.
That's unsettling.
She licks her teeth.
What do you want from Lestouche?
If you keep your distance, don't touch me.
Lestouche crosses, puts her one hand over another as she sits at her table.
I sit.
She grabs a glowworm, throws it in her mouth.
Can you help me bring back a dead friend?
Lestouche is not a necromancer.
Well, technically they're alive, but they're dead.
Lestouche can
But they're
help
not
you
like an
find a
undead.
friend.
Armor is a collider or something.
That is
like
correct. He's a
What
collider.
technically is a collider?
You don't know.
God dang it. Well, again, I'm not gonna be able to word this right.
Word it as you can.
So hard.
Might as well
Oh,
just go
God,
for
I can't actually think.
it. Might as well just go for it.
Basically, he's dead. He was a dead ghost thing that took his armor and basically made it his own body.
Okay.
He risked his life to save me and my friend.
Is that not sweet?
He's a vessel.
No, you're a vessel.
Get out of here. Close the eyeball.
I have to roll sleight of hand to see if I stuck the eyeball back on Scout.
He just threw it out.
Your friend is dead. Do you need closure?
He died, went to the Fey Realm, and blew up here. We took his.
Epicenter was your doing, or his doing, I presume it. A lot of people are very mad at you.
She licks her teeth.
It's not my fault.
How can Lestouche help you?
Can you bring him back?
Lest
Or do you know how to bring something like him back?
Lestouche does not know. If he was bound to a soul bound to armor, then he's passed away and on. If he
But he's
was
not.
animated armor, then no.
He was not bound to armor. He just used it as a thorn.
If he
He,
was a
he was more like a
creature.
ghost inside of armor.
If he
he-
was a creature, as long as his soul is willing, and he's dead, Lestouche could reincarnate him.
I guess.
Why didn't I think of that? It's reincarnating.
I was
Well,
told that
where
going-
is the body?
Not really a body.
More of a wet goo.
Not even that. That's his armor.
What do you
The
give
wet.
her?
Give her some sugar.
No, ew. I guess the only thing I could give her, because I don't have his body or his armor liquid, I guess I can give her my helmet to see.
She takes it, and you watch as a small aura sits around it.
Ah, this is lifeless. But I do feel a soul fragment in it. I need more.
Vessel, get in here.
I can smell it. I can smell the soul.
You watch as she actually starts to sniff you, Axel.
Ew.
Strip.
She's leaning over your shoulder.
Go on. Your armor, remove it. It gunks my nose.
Told you what the old lady wanted.
At least buy him dinner.
What do you mean? Dinner's right there.
The vegan meal. Tofu.
It's vegan.
Take off your armor for Lestouche so she may scan you.
I take off the sticking leaf steel that was basically just chainmail.
Okay, you take off your leaf steel, and the undershirt you wear is lifted off you by Lestouche, and you feel her long, bony hands ruffle around the fur on your back.
She wants your booty.
Her hand drifts up and down your spine, softly tapping each vertebrae.
Like a very, very cold massage.
And then you feel this white, hot, searing pain in your spine, and you can't help but yell. You all hear this yelling sound from within Lestouge's hut.
The stewards don't want to hear no screaming.
Nutters looks at the rest of the party and says, "Hey, it looks like somebody got the second base."
Weak.
It's a
Vessel,
it's a blood curdling scream. I'll say that much.
Vessel creaks open the door.
Well, it is his first time after all.
You see the room has grown dim, like the light is trying to get out, but black force is keeping it down. As you see Lestouge behind Axel, and this white aura coming off of his back. And Axel's just screaming, holding his head, tugging his ears.
I think that's gonna be Vessel's cue to kick his way in.
Okay.
It's a very stressful chiropractor.
What are you doing to my brother?
I'm focusing.
It rips further, and there's more pain, Axel.
Owie.
Vessel, roll Arcana.
Frauds!
Roll again.
With the disadvantage.
Roll again with disadvantage, you fool.
No, our new crit rule.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh,
normal
that's right.
critical. Normal. Okay. You identify this as some sort of soul magic. That white aura she's pulling out of Axel is his soul.
That does not seem good.
It's not. You know souls can't live outside of bodies.
That's the only reason I'm stuck in a skeleton.
Yep.
I'm gonna draw my weapons.
You mean it's
and
the sole reason?
yes. So I'm gonna draw my weapons and shout at Lestouge and say, you have 2 seconds to explain.
Lestouge is focusing. There's something here. She can smell it.
Rip.
I'm going to poke my head in.
You see the white aura. You see this white aura coming off of Scout
There's something here.
as Axel's soul is being ripped out from his body. Axel is yelling in blood-curdling pain. And then you watch as she rips one more time, and you see this purple thing within Axel's soul. And it rubber bands back in, and Axel passes out.
Guess I'm not going Super Saiyan today.
I guess not. Guess it's gonna run over to catch a Scout as he falls over, passing out,
Axel is
pointing a sword
panting.
pointing a sword at Lestouge.
Jeblet, don't do something that we're gonna regret later.
I'm taking a purely I'm taking a purely defensive stance.
She picks up the helmet and she hands it to you.
Alright, I take the helmet.
When he wakes
What
up,
was that about?
he wanted me to reincarnate his friend. Lestouge needed to find his soul first. Lestouge couldn't find his soul or smell it.
Well, I might have something that is related to the topic. Take a peek into my maw, and I open my mouth to
She
reveal
does.
the liquid.
She does with no fear, just her head in your mouth.
I don't have a throat to choke.
Yeah. But it would be like that. She is a bold woman.
Yes.
She looks in.
Oh,
She reaches her arm down, and you feel this. Your stomach feels sick.
I didn't realize I could feel sick.
You watch as out from it, she has in her hand little fragments of this purple aura dancing around in her hand. They all piece together. And you watch from the one more that she had floating around, piece together, and it's like a little jigsaw piece. And she presses it into Axel's back.
Will that hurt?
Oh yes, if he was awake.
If he was awake.
there. Whatever it is, it's alive. The thing inside his soul, it's being bound to memory. What a specific name I find. Amor?
Or is it Tibble?
Actually, oh.
The name
That's
I
crazy,
find it
dude.
connecting to is one Armor, I do have to say. Though it seems that its strength is only as strong as those who know the name.
Well, I know the name.
I know
Many
the
of my
name as well.
subordinates know the name. That's my
A person who's in a
companions know
different
the name.
universe knows the name.
Well, the Feywild isn't familiar with that name, though. So I suppose that is quite a few who would know his name to give him anchorage.
wish to see it physical again. Much like how a god needs followers to build their portfolio, so will this soul.
Nutter gets a big smile on his face and offers her one of his infinite bags of ale.
She puts it on her mantle.
Say, you usually say when it's for tonight, you?
It's alive,
It's alive!
but it's a concept.
So it has no will of its own. It is only what others see it as and believe it to be.
That is quite insightful of you. That is very close and an easy way to explain it so Lestouche doesn't have to yes.
But if it's merely an idea, then I would say it's not truly the soul of the departed. Merely an imitation created in our own minds.
Well,
I'm not sure it's worth
with the idea growing,
effort.
so will whatever this is. It needs to feed.
Can you remove it from my brother without killing him?
Yes.
Does it require a vessel?
Debatably.
Well, I'm a vessel. If it requires a vessel, I could be the vessel.
Killing your brother. But I'm not sure if the remnant will be your brother.
She licks her teeth.
In order to get the gooey middle, I would have to crack him open like a Cadbury cream egg.
Would he survive?
Yes.
I want this parasite removed from him.
He'd survive.
That is
Giblet.
my...
Giblet. I think it's best we leave it alone for now.
I know what I want, Lestouche.
You watch as Lestouche takes a Russian nesting doll from her table.
Think of it like this.
Does it look familiar?
Yes. It's the exact one.
Oh, she's met Lestarak. Good to know.
She pops it open. She pops 3 cases off, and then she removes the center, and then pops it together. She puts them to the sides. She pops open the one that was from the center and takes out the little person from inside it.
This is the parasite, as you put it. This is what will be left.
And she pushes the 2 people towards you.
Are you saying it'll split him?
Yes. He wouldn't
Can that
be-
also not be repaired?
I'm afraid no. Without whatever that is, it's anchored deep in him.
She licks her teeth.
Okay, so leave it alone for now. Okay, Giblet, take Scout and go.
I'm going to ignore you until you call me by my name.
Giblet is your name. Well, one of your names.
Without this little key piece in him, his soul will be hollow. Mayhaps the strengthening of the thought, as you put it, will coerce it to come out. Why, what draws the fish but bait?
In that case, I know it. I will make a deal with you, Lestouche. Teach me how to remove it myself when the time comes.
She puts her hands out to you.
This sounds fun.
She's offering you her hands.
All right. Put out my hands.
You feel your body visibly, or you feel just tremors go throughout your bones.
Soul magic. A beautiful thing it is.
You watch as she pulls on your hand and out traces your soul from your body.
It's wonderful, isn't it?
She holds your soul's hand, and you actually see your old hand. As
That
she,
tiny
the
hand.
tiny hand, yes. As she layers it back into
Even
your
this hand down here is bigger than my old hand.
Yeah, and she layers it back into your body. Lestage walks up to a thorn crown and tears off a single thorn, and she hands it to you.
If you take this, I will teach you hag magic, soul magic. But there are consequences with soul magic. With every time you use it, slowly too will it corrupt your own soul. This is a very dangerous magic.
Corruption is different than destruction. It's merely another step in growth and decay.
If you dare use this spell to prolong life, my magic, your soul will be forfeited to Lestage. Many a lich would be praising me for something like this. But I will not allow it. Lichdom will not be achieved with soul magic from Lestage. Understood?
Understood.
Okay. She puts the thorn on the table, leaving it up to you to take.
Before I take it, I say, now what do I owe you? Aside from the occasional visits that I promised. I know that
Wait,
is not enough.
doesn't that cover the second part of the deal?
Nope.
She just got her
No.
a
Oh, that's
apprentice.
just a that's
different
just a
thing.
bonus.
When you're done on
Although-
your journey, when
Okay.
you feel your time is done, if you fear the members of Fortyke dare banish you or remove you, come to Lestage. And tell Lestage who truly you are. I sense conflict in you. Come to Lestage when the conflict is fixed and when your brother's brother is friends of brother. 2 is okay. Then I'll allow this contract to fade, and 2 with it, so will the soul magic. But then from that point, different deals can be made.
So the details of this deal is you can accept the magic, but you cannot use it to prolong anyone's life. Meaning you cannot use it to hop one person's soul to
So-
another vessel.
Is it not possible, or am I
No,
being
it's
restricted to not allowed?
you're being told you're not allowed to. It's totally possible.
Okay. Good to know.
It's totally possible. You're just not allowed to do it. Is what she
Okay.
says. She doesn't want her soul magic to bring lichdom.
Okay.
That means you would not be able to. You would not be able to put someone's soul in a construct. However, you could probably make one for a construct.
So make a soul for a construct.
You could take parts from other souls, retroactively destroying souls in order to make a soul for a construct, yes.
I wonder if I could actually use this soul magic to move my own soul to another vessel with some restrictions.
As long as
Probably
it's
not worth risking it.
Sadly, sadly no, due to how the deal is, because
I'm
that
not
would be
allowed to.
you could, you're just not allowed to do the XYZ we just stated. So you
Yes.
can fabricate a soul, but you're not allowed to yet. You are being allowed to extract souls as long as you put them back in their originating body.
What if I extract them and destroy them?
That falls as an allowed in the contract. That is something you can do.
Time to eat some souls.
You are allowed to do that as long as it's not in the form of lichdom, meaning that you're not using the soul to increase your soul's power. That is what a lich does.
So no eating soul.
Well, you see, I'm not using it to extend my life force, but I'm sure I could use it as raw energy. I could potentially use it to recharge a spell slot.
Jeez. Okay, Black Razor.
Oh dear.
You can indeed use it to regain temporary hit points equal to the max HP of whatever you fight.
I wake up.
Okay. We assume it's
No.
going to take one action to rip a soul out. Doesn't matter if I've got 4 arms. It's taking my whole action to rip a soul out.
It takes an action to rip a soul out, and that's only something you can do as a killing blow.
Okay. Can I do it to a freshly killed enemy? I already have like
I'll say as
several
long as
abilities.
it's, I'll
to do
say
stuff
as
with
long
freshly
as
killed
it
enemies.
as long as it's within a minute, sure. You basically have been gifted the spell Soul Jar.
Sweet.
You can use this if Armor's soul ever becomes visible, to take it and put it in a container. That is the thought use that this is meant for, the soul magic gifted to you. It's
Probably
being
best
done
not
this
to
way
try
so you are not swapped from a Warlock of Melna to a Warlock of Lestuge. So you keep your Warlock contract with Melna.
All right.
However, after your adventure is done, and you feel that this would be around the time that Melna would no longer have a use for you, and Lestarak would probably come to destroy you, to go to Lestuge, and she will cover it.
This does not sound like any downside at all.
Perhaps it's not supposed to be. Maybe the only downside in this is faith. Faith that you won't break a contract.
A paladin
Swears it.
is only as good as his word.
Have a pleasant journey, High Paladin of Melna.
Okay. I offer a handshake before leaving and
She shakes her hand.
carrying Axel out of the room.
She shakes her hand, and
Potato sack carry.
She takes her hand, and she has the thorn in her palm as she shakes her hand. And this is actually exactly what Lestarak does with his seed. As you feel this piercing pain in your palm, as it grows, as you see your spectral giblet hand there, as it sinks into your soul and up your arm. And then you feel this pierce in your chest as it pierces your own soul. And then a small sprout sprouts from your soul from your palm. It disappears as your soul sinks back into your body.
Neat.
We will slowly over time cover what soul magic-esque abilities you gain. For now, it is just that of Black Razor, being able to, whenever you kill something, take its soul.
Okay. So in other words, at its current state, if I wanted to remove a soul from Scout, I'd have to kill him.
You would have to kill him. Yes.
Okay. Unless I practice.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Lestouge actually wants to do after the adventure. Help you
Okay, so-
practice.
Well, I suppose I can practice on my own time while we're fighting enemies.
Yep, as long as you're not using it to extend yours or someone else's lifespan.
Well, one could make an argument that killing something that's about to kill you is extending your lifespan.
Well, you know what I mean.
Directly imparting life force to recharge life force.
Yes, directly using life force to strengthen your own soul. You can use it to
Okay.
buff yourself all you want, but if you use one soul to strengthen your own soul, that is considered lichdom. Because that is a lich uses souls to power phylactery of which the phylactery holds their soul to keep it going. That's how a lich works. At this point, Vessel, you are a phylactery.
Yeah, I am my own phylactery.
You are your phylactery.
Yeah.
You are a factory.
Which makes me not a very good phylactery, in a way.
Yeah. Anywho.
The bunny wakes up.
After a few hours of everyone reconvening, silent sitting, Axel, you do wake up screaming.
And you're still on my shoulder, because I never
Actually-
put you down.
Actually,
And I'm half
hold on.
naked.
No. While you're sleeping, you find yourself watching in pitch milky blackness.
Ah, this place again.
You see Shroud.
Ooh, it's a lot moodier than before.
Huh. Howdy, neighbor.
What?
You see Shroud in front of you. The fellow Paragon figure with their ears cut, their mouths sewn together, and the purple eyes. Black hair.
You again.
Your kidnapper.
Yes, me again.
What is it?
You watch as he looks to the left. Oh, just that.
I look to the right because we're facing towards each other, so his left would be my right.
You see a single purple flame.
I'm more.
Did I help?
You made it worse.
I think I helped.
What is that supposed to be?
I think you know who that's supposed to be.
Is it him?
Yes, Axel.
What's going on? Him.
Let's chop it up to the healing process. You're already making steps to bring him back. Impressive. Now, if you want his metal forged, you will still have to find the smith in the Giant Valley. But that can wait now. It's not like his soul is deteriorating. It's found itself a very, very warm spot. You watch as Shroud takes his hand and just puts it on your chest. Rest now, Tibble. You have a big day later.
How can I trust you? All you've done so far is like year plagued my mind with images of my friends and family dying.
As soon as you say that, you are flashed with images of your friends and family dying. You look, as soon as you're saying that, it's just screaming and yelling as you find you're standing on this land breaking into void blackness. You see around you people laying dead. You see vessels' bones scaled across the ground. You see Jerome's body flickering in and out of existence, cut in two. You don't see Nutters. You see Ravel on the ground, struck through with his own lightning sword. You see Draco, feral as a were-tiger, yelling on another island, pacing back and forth, watching you. And you see TK's head on a spear.
And that's normal.
Is it
Sorry.
this spear?
I'm sorry.
Sure. That's fair. On Vessel's spear.
Yeah, halberd spear.
Oh, that's even worse.
You see Vistava's emerald arm on the ground. You see the two arms just clutching Snow's head. Almost like he was protecting her in the last moments.
Oh!
Back to that black. They're not visions, Axel. It's real.
Well, how is it real? Is this gonna happen?
Only if we don't stop it. He holds her hands. Now, it's time to wake up, Axel. I do warn you, it's gonna hurt.
Wake up, Mr. Freeman.
As
Wake up.
Axel wakes up just screaming.
Like plop out of Giblet's arms.
You writhe on the ground. As we are all back together.
Future.
Future.
Just a Squidward thing. Future. Oh God, I'm a broken mess.
Well, this has been very informative.
It's nice to see you're finally regaining consciousness, brother.
You're finally awake.
The phoenix bites your earlobe, TK.
We're all gonna die. And that's where we ended.
Oh, yeah.
You were right.
Yes.
Alright. And,
Oh, we're ending.
that's where we're gonna end it today, guys.
Well, talk about ending on a very sad note.
Yes. So,
like always.
like
I'm gonna
always.
I'm gonna rip some souls out.
Well,
I'm gonna eat some souls. I'm gonna cry because I gotta kill someone I love.
just
My poor
see the
Jack
trend of how
barely
this is
killed the
going.
Party one day.
We're probably all going to die at episode 69, so stay tuned for that.
Woo!
Yay!
So,
Yeah,
No,
I'm
no,
gonna-
what
I'm gonna
you
bite his
mean
head
is-
off.
We're all
as always, guys. Good night.